And thanks very much to Dr. Z and the team at IPI for the kind invitation to speak with you today at this exciting Tech Innovation 2020 event. In my talk, I'll give some background on P&G as context to what I'll then go on and share on open innovation. You'll hear how innovation has been P&G's lifeblood for over 180 years, and how Connect and Develop, P&G's brand of open innovation, has been a key strategy for us over the last decades. I'll then share some examples of how P&G has been using open innovation and the learnings we've gained from those, and how it can deliver both as a force for good and a force for growth in the ecosystems we work and the world we live on. I believe the need for open innovation has never been greater, with the need to partner across the value chain, bringing together multiple partners to deliver results that no one or even two partners could achieve together, and to offer value to all involved, and do this in a sustainable fashion. To give you the context for this, let me share with you what P&G is about. At our heart, we're about serving consumers, providing branded products and services of superior quality and value to improve the lives of the world's consumers now and for generations to come. And of course, since we also need to serve our shareholders, in return, we strive to be rewarded with leadership, sales, profit, and value creation, allowing our people, our shareholders, and the communities in which we live and work to prosper. This purpose has been driving and sustaining us for over 180 years, from a small soap and candle company founded by William Procter and James Gamble in 1837. So the phrase, for now and for generations to come, is very real for us, and a responsibility we take very seriously, as we intend to make it to 200 and even our 300th anniversary. Over these 180 years, we've grown from those humble beginnings into a company of leading brands across the 10 categories I'm showing here on the screen, ranging from baby care all the way through to personal health care. And most importantly, we've grown to a company that serves billions of consumers who every day choose to spend their hard-earned money buying the products we offer to them. So how have we done this? Well, it's really quite simple. Our model is about delivering irresistible performance with the highest quality at a modest price premium to yield superior consumer value. And to achieve this, we must innovate. And we describe innovation as our lifeblood. Let me show a brief video, which I hope brings to life what I've just told you about P&G.
At Procter & Gamble, we start each and every day by asking the question, what if? As in, what if we could figure out an easier solution to one of life's daily problems? Or a better solution? Or a more convenient, more sustainable, more innovative solution? For over 175 years, we've asked, what if? Because the only way to find the answer is to start by asking the question. For example, what if getting your clothes cleaned could be made easier, and easier, and easier, and easier, and even easier? What if we could somehow make this, and this, and this smell like this, and this? What if we made a diaper that could hold a gallon of baby pee? As in a full gallon of baby pee. That could come in handy. What if dish detergent could save lives? Cute, precious, cuddly lives. What if we could make an eraser that was magic? As in literally magic. What if we applied what we know about cleaning dishes, hands, and clothes to helping clean the world's drinking water? What if we focused on solving more of the little problems so people could focus on solving more of the bigger problems? And what if after almost 2 centuries of asking that same simple question, we were still super obsessed with discovering new and interesting answers? Because what if your skin could be reprogrammed to act younger? Or what if a detergent could reshape your clothes? Or what if hair never changed with the weather? Or what if stains never actually stained? Or what if dishes cleaned themselves? Or, well, you get the idea. P&G.
So to deliver this innovation, P&G invests heavily in R&D. We invest over $2 billion a year. We have nearly 7,000 scientists and engineers working in our labs and innovation centers around the world, with a global footprint in the US, Europe, Asia, and Latin America. And one of our key global innovation centers, a mega hub, is here in Singapore, where we have nearly 500 staff who are leading end-to-end innovation all the way from technology development through to in-market support across 4 categories: beauty care with hair care, skin care, and personal care; home care, personal health care, and baby care. But despite this significant internal investment and capability, we realized a long time ago that we can't do it alone. We must tap into the innovative power of the outside world if we're going to stay on the leading edge of fast emerging technologies. We must be externally focused. We must embrace open innovation. So back in the year 2000, we established a program that we called Connect and Develop, our brand of open innovation, C&D. In fact, this strategy has played a strong role in our decision to locate our innovation center here in Singapore. It's located in the middle of Biopolis, where we can immerse ourselves in the external and super concentrated innovation ecosystem that exists here in Singapore, where the nation is also focused on innovation as its strategy to thrive and prosper. So I hope I've now set for you the context of what we're trying to do at P&G and why open innovation. So let me move on and share with you some of the learnings of how do we do open innovation. On this slide is a very simple framework for open innovation that starts by matching innovation and business needs and strategies with the outside ecosystem. What are the capabilities, the possibilities that exist there? Having identified the match of those, you put together the partnerships, which then are focused against delivering the value and the outcome. And of course, innovation, when you're trying to do something that's never done before, can be messy and often non-linear. So all of these elements interact and feedback to influence each other. The strategy influences who we play within the ecosystem and informs where we look, who we partner with. The ecosystem itself and the possibilities it offers can inform our business strategies and choices. The needs define the types of partnerships and the deals we make. And then the outcomes we deliver and achieve validate and let us improve how we engage with the ecosystem. So I hope this framework is simple enough to be useful, but not too simple to miss any critical elements. And let me stress the need to be focused on outcomes, because it can all be too easy to get caught up in the activity of open innovation and lose sight of the fact that we're trying to solve problems, we're trying to deliver outcomes for all involved, and to sustain the engagement of all parties need to ensure those outcomes are delivered so they can all achieve results and rewards. Before I get into 2 case studies, let me share with you the types of partners we work with. We work with universities, institutes, and labs, and call out here for those in Singapore, across the A-Star Institutes, NUS, NTU, Singapore Poly, and others, where we're working on groundbreaking and applied research. We're working with service providers. These are innovation agencies who offer services such as landscaping, design, development, matchmaking, connections, consulting, etc., typically on a fee-for-service basis. We're working with business and supply chain partners, suppliers, distributors, retailers, and we think of them as offering much more than just the lowest cost. How do we create best joint value for the consumer and for each party? And in recent years, we've been working more with startups, especially as we partner on disruptive innovation and often digital solutions where startups are often playing. But in today's world, where innovation problems are ever more challenging, we see an ever increasing need to go beyond single partnerships and work across and with the entire ecosystem to create networks. For example, if we work with startups, then we also need to be connected to the venture capitalists who are investing in them. And problems are often industry-wide, so we need alliances, working with multiple partners across the value chain and even with NGOs. And given this diversity of partnerships, then to create a win for all parties, we need to be prepared to make all kinds of deals. There's not a one-size-fits-all kind of agreement. We need bespoke agreements that ensure and create a win-win for all parties involved. With deals such as joint ventures with suppliers, in or out licensing agreements for technologies or trademarks, consortia agreements for those alliances, research agreements with universities. The point here is it takes all kinds of deals to create the win-win. So, having talked about the partners and the ecosystems and the deals, the first three sections of this model, let me use a couple of case studies on how we have or how we are using open innovation to deliver solutions against real and pressing business and consumer needs, and deliver sustainable outcomes for this and for the next generation of consumers and for all of those involved. I'll start with a story that's not new, and as such I can share more details with you as it's already in the public domain. Back in 1837, we were making laundry products, bar soaps, and we still are, but the products and their performance have changed out of all recognition. You saw some of those examples in the video earlier. And one of our latest innovations is our laundry pods, which deliver for the consumer and the environment. They contain only 10% of the water in the formulation, dramatically reducing transport costs, and use 60% less packaging and plastic. And this new form also offers superior results and convenience. If you've not seen them, let's have a quick look at an ad from the UK.
Why Ariel 3-in-1 pods? They may look little, but they are strong. The concentrated formula has 2 times more stain removal power versus liquids, resulting in an amazing clean. So try Ariel 3-in-1 pods and discover the power. Always keep away from children.
Oh, we seem to cut that ad short, but hopefully you get the hang of that. So while these look like a relatively simple product innovation, they've actually been enabled by nearly 30 external partnerships addressing the many challenging problems to be solved. For instance, in the area of super concentrated surfactant systems, to pack such cleaning power into such a small product, we worked with research partners, universities on fundamentals such as surfactant phase behavior in manufacturing and use. They helped us solve problems, and in return, we helped train their PhD students, deliver groundbreaking research, have publications on the novel science. We partnered with a small startup on high throughput methodologies. We applied their technology to our problems while supporting them as they sought a grant for multi-millions from a local government for new capital equipment. And then we worked as their lead customer on the development and validation and installation of this equipment. We worked with service providers on the challenge of how do we design these consumers, how do we design these products for the consumer to ensure appeal and habit adoption of this new form. We work with service providers such as crowdsourcers who tapped into the student design communities around the world to help us answer these questions. We had to develop a new film and how to convert the film at speed, cost, and quality, with joint development agreement, both with the film suppliers and the converters, to develop new technologies, both for the product and for the manufacturing. And in doing this, we created a whole network. And even today, after the product has been on the market for many years, we're still working with many of these partners as they work with us to continue to develop and improve the product and the quality and reduce the, and as such, we've been delivering value for ourselves, for consumers, and for all of these partners over many years. Let me move on to a second example. And this is an area where I really do think open innovation has got a critical role to play. And this is as we're working to try and reduce the impact of plastic waste in our packaging and ensure that we can both deliver more sustainable packaging solutions and serve the consumer. And to do this, we'll be working across the value chain and on circular solutions that go all the way from the manufacture through to the disposal and create circular solutions so that end of life isn't waste, but it can be reused, repurposed, and put back into a circular solution. And to achieve this, it's going to take much more than just single partnerships. It will take this whole ecosystem and network. For example, we're working with research institutes on new methods and measures for pack materials in use and post-use, things such as biodegradability and reuse quality, and new technologies both for the pack materials and for the package recycling. We're working with material suppliers to replace virgin plastic with recycled plastic or alternative materials, and with other value chain partners on new recycling technologies, closed-loop systems. We're working with alliances on cross-industry solutions to create scale and standards, to create a new circularity for the materials and the packs. And with governments who share this ambition to get to zero waste, and also work to define the regulations, to govern how we all work. We're working with specialist service providers on open innovation challenges, for example, where we're posting into the external ecosystem to crowdsource partners and solutions, and in doing so, identifying startups we can partner with to learn fast and quick with new and disruptive business models and service model solutions. And in fact, I would say that I wouldn't put P&G at the heart of this network and ecosystem, but rather as one of the many players. And instead, I'd put the consumer, today, and the future consumer, and the planet we live in at the heart. That's who we're trying to serve and the sustainable solutions we're trying to deliver with this network. So I hope in these two examples, I've illustrated how open innovation and a variety of external collaboration and partnerships can and will be used to tackle some of these toughest problems. The framework I've shared illustrates the mechanics of open innovation, but let me touch on some of the softer aspects and learnings we've had on successful open innovation. This starts with having an open mindset, accepting that not all of the best ideas will come internally within your own company, accepting that others can partner with you to bring ideas, that things don't need to be invented here, but they can be proudly developed out there. There's a need to build trust. Partners who come together aren't paid by the same employer, and all are trying to do new things. So the need to trust, to take innovation risk is even greater. And you must build that trust. And part of the way to achieve that is to always be seeking a win-win, so all parties win together. No win-lose dynamics or scenarios can be set up. And through this, you'll then get to true collaboration, the real merging of minds, experiences, and capabilities. And these are often valuable to redefine the problems, looking at them from different perspectives, as well as to invent the new solutions. There's a need to nurture the ecosystems. It takes time to engage and learn on possibilities, relationships, what other groups are trying to achieve, to look for that common ground. An analogy I like is it's often more like gardening, which takes time to sow the seeds, nurture and reap a harvest, as opposed to shopping for the instant gratification. And lastly, give to grow. Be generous, open, help others achieve their goals, understand what it is they're trying to achieve, give to them, and in return, you will learn and grow yourself and achieve the mutual ambitions. And as such, I think open innovation truly can be a force for good and a force for growth. And at P&G, we certainly are open for innovation. Thank you.